Welcome to Smokeysteveandmarc.
I'm Mark.
I'm Steve.
Welcome back. Nice to see you.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday the 13th, y'all.
Oh, I know. I have to temper my excitement for the weekend along with the spookiness.
Oh, yes.
I mean,
yes.
This is like when we had cable when I was growing up. This is when they'd have all the Friday the 13th movies on in a row.
Yeah.
Like on TMT or
Yeah.
AFC or something like that. And you could settle in. Nice.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
And I think they probably covered, I don't even know how many movies are there now, 100?
Jason was on Mars, I think, last.
Oh, yeah. He was in space. He was everywhere.
Yeah.
I think they've covered just about every possible way someone can get murdered.
Yeah.
I think so.
I think so. Between them and Final Destination.
That's right. Final Destination.
I talk about
That was a
weird
good one.
ways to die that seem so simple at first. And they get weirder and weirder. But
Well, it looks like somebody likes the new setup here.
he does.
Look at him peeking in there.
Yeah. I don't know if y'all can tell. I can certainly tell. We're on another side of the room.
Yeah, I had this. Not remodeled, but we rearranged and we moved the couch. We're all on different sides now. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
used to have the table that Mark was doing the crafts was here.
That
Couch was over there
Over
against
there.
the wall with the decorations behind it.
Yeah.
And the other side was kind of a throwaway
Yeah.
space. You know, we had a dresser in
It
there.
looks like we have so much more room now
I know.
to put more stuff.
We don't need more stuff.
I know we have a lot of stuff,
We have a lot of stuff that
but you never know when you might need that stuff.
When are you going to... You've seen Steve will try it, right?
I have.
You were in a few of them.
I was.
And directed all of them.
Yeah.
So you understand, things, it doesn't always work quite as you think or as you would plan.
To reuse them.
Yeah.
It's true.
You use it once and it's gone. What about that keyboard that we got 7 years
It's
ago?
now furniture.
No, the other one that we
Oh,
gave.
the other one we gave it to your mom, I think.
I know, but we didn't need it to begin with. That's why we gave it away.
Well, now we have an electric grand in the living room.
I don't give a fuck. It's free.
It's the other
Those
one for free. I didn't buy that number.
I thought you told me how much it was.
No, well, I did, but that was the first one from that company. That was one of our very first companies that sent us something free to do a review on, and I was so excited.
Which is a fun process because I was like, who else are they sending it to? So I searched the product and I'm like, their channel's about our size. So there's a certain place they're looking to have it advertised.
Mhm.
So no paid promotions yet.
No paid promotions. We haven't reached that level yet.
Well, what would we promote anyway?
I don't know. Well, I get tons of them for video games. They want us to, make like a 30-second or a 1-minute commercial for their, but it's
And you embed it into the middle of your
video games.
It's pretty much
Nothing,
about what
no
it
products. It's all video.
We'll send you an email. Hello, Mr. Mark.
Yeah,
We are very interested.
Mr. Smoky Steve.
Hello, Mr. Smoky Steve. Yeah.
Yeah,
Post
or
office,
just Smoky. I love that one.
Post office,
Greetings,
they do that.
Smokey.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm hoping for something like garden tools or like a whole new crafting thing or something to cook with.
Yeah.
We would do that.
Yeah, as long as we throw away whatever we're replacing. We are no longer buying new things. We are replacing old things.
I mean, it's a good concept. It is. Yeah.
They always say if you haven't worn your clothes, throw them away.
Yeah.
But we have shirts we wear once a year. Can't lie.
But
do. Once a year,
But sometimes we wear them several times during that once a year.
because you plan Christmas twice. I'm not new here.
And Halloween.
And Halloween.
We get the halfway down.
That's okay. I forgive Christmas
on.
because of Halloween.
And speaking of, gosh, it's coming up. It's coming up quick. It
Halloween
is.
decorations. How about Christmas?
I know.
Already finding it.
Right? I know.
We just had Labor Day.
I know. Oh, it just ruins it. Like, when I saw all the Christmas stuff at the Dollar Tree, I'm like...
But last year, a couple years ago, we went to Michael's at this time, and they were dumping all of last Halloween stuff.
Yeah.
So they had these little goth black villagers,
Yeah.
which right up your alley.
Yeah.
And there was one with people carrying a coffin, and it was perfect. But you put it in your Christmas village because you're sick. But most people, but other people may decorate another way.
Yes.
Yeah. That's okay. We had all these action figures of the Nativity my mom said when we were kids. There'd be Mary and Joseph and the baby, and then like Godzilla, and then a Ninja Turtle.
In the Nativity?
Yeah. They're all my parents always, on the buffet to the left when you go into the house, it was always there coming up to Easter and stuff like that, and Christmas.
So who was baby Jesus?
No, I don't know.
Was he a Ninja Turtle?
No, Jesus was Jesus still.
Jesus was Jesus.
We replaced the
that's
wise
good.
men, I think.
Oh, okay.
They felt disposable for some reason. So we got rid of the wise men. There was all these extra he-men and everything.
Oh my gosh. That's
Makes for a
hysterical.
good party, though.
Oh, it sure does.
I mean, they weren't there.
Definitely a conversation piece.
Yeah.
I mean, is Joseph a teenage Ninja Turtle?
Yeah.
I love it.
It was good. And it was a handmade set. It was a family member. So it's all sorts of fun stuff all at once, too. But I like that kind of goofy imperfection of, like, yeah, the kids put action figures in the nativity. To me, it's endearing.
Yeah.
Some kid would get hit.
Yeah, somebody would get in trouble.
Yeah,
people would take it real serious.
I'm glad I grew up in a house where it's like, this is to be revered.
Yeah.
Not worshipped.
No,
you know?
Right, but
this is special because it commemorates something special to Christians. So we have it up. And plus, some people like to collect them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Talk about collectors.
Like nativities.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Or they go that angle with the lawn for Christmas.
Oh, yes.
And the characters are huge.
I haven't even thought about what not for Christmas yet, but I don't even know what to do outside for Halloween. I know we're going with ghosts for with those tripods.
Yeah.
And we just got an alert on there.
We did. You're getting a phone call.
Oh.
Who else? There it goes. You could shut it off.
Don't they know who we are and what we're doing?
Haven't they?
I mean, haven't they figured this out yet?
I know, really.
Ah!
And don't leave a message. I don't want my phone to vibrate. Disgusting.
But anyway, so yeah, the garden's doing real good now that it's the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's getting sun now. You know, well, I mean, for the last few weeks. So we've gotten the bounty begins.
It begins.
Well, it has been for a few weeks now, but you know, it's not as bountiful as I would like. But there's tomatoes and peppers, and there's some jalapenos and the onions and the scallions, and the green beans are going nuts. Like I should have picked more today, but I didn't have time. I'll probably have to go tomorrow and get those. And the tomatoes, it's like maybe 3 or 4 a day. Are
consistently a few a day. So I got tomato powder already started in the dehydrator now just to get ahead of it. We both decided though, no zucchini. I don't even want the zucchini we're growing, let alone anybody else's. And I promise not to be that bastard who brings it to you. Hey, you guys like zucchini? Yes, I don't like stressful. 7 pounds of zucchini.
Yeah, you have them and you're like,
what do I do? So you try to make real food out of it, and the seeds are like pumpkin seeds.
Yeah, a lot of the homegrown ones can be. You know, you don't want them to get that big.
I stuffed a yellow squash that size once. It was good. I mixed together like breadcrumbs, sausage, some other stuff.
And and I'm starting to dry their herbs for winter. So I'm doing that a little bit at a time too. We're doing is I'm just air drying those, but once when it gets real cold and I cut them all and bring them in, we'll do how do you do it? In the dehydrator, probably.
You do herbs though, like 95.
Yeah.
Because they'll...
I could just do 2 huge sheets like I do every year and put them in the oven on very low.
Yeah, with the light on even is probably...
Yeah, that might be an idea.
Somewhere hot enough to proof bread would be probably enough. But yeah, the dehydrator, you got to do it on low. Because they're little leaves.
Yeah, I know.
And when the wind in there blows, depending on
I was going to say, does it blow it around?
So there's a couple that do where there's just the heating element on the bottom and it warms up. But we have one where the air goes.
It's on the top.
It goes all the way around and back to the bottom. So everything on the top tray is just as dry as everything on the bottom. You don't have to rotate them.
Yeah.
So I forgot how fun. That was all night's activities. I made applesauce. I shucked some corn. Well, not shucked. I cut it all off.
Yeah.
And blanched it, bagged it, sealed it, froze it. So.
It's nice to have frozen, like, fresh vegetables that we did ourselves.
I don't know if y'all ever buy frozen corn. Unless you really like it, I wouldn't think so. I like corn in the summer. But ripped off the cob, blanched, and then washed some of that starchy stuff off of it because they feel like a wet sponge when they come out of the bag thawed anyway. It tastes like fresh corn now.
It does. Yeah, they do.
Washes all the starchy. It converts it to sugar, so it's a better taste. But yeah, we've got fresh corn, fresh tomatoes.
That. And I was hoping for peas, but they never took off this year. And the green peppers,
They were eaten, weren't they?
I had 8 of them, and they were eaten.
They were all eaten.
And they weren't touched at all until that time that they took all the peppers. I'm so mad. So there's no other, I have decided there's no other way to do this but to do a physical barrier. So next year, I have all this written down too for next year because I don't want to go through
What are we going to
again.
get? A moat? Like,
no, we're just going to do the raised beds, but they're all going to have the chicken wire around it.
oh yeah.
That's all. And then if I wanted to do like maybe a video with you guys where, we're going to the midnight walk or something, it's chicken wire. They can come right off.
Yeah.
To look pretty, And
then put it back to keep it safe for next time.
Yeah.
We had squirrels today, and I went out. I was going to work. I'm like, I don't want to be the one to tell you. So, as it is,
I was.
There's things that are blooming. There's little, like, stems and things that are trying to catch and start new. And all the shit was knocked over. All the little pots.
On the front porch.
All the little things that were already growing, the seedlings, all over the place.
And Trish, her plants were all dug up.
Yeah.
They have been relentless.
And they left a peanut shell,
weeks.
so we know who the hell you are.
They did.
Okay.
So I repotted
As a
some
joke
of them.
to mock us.
Yeah, yes, that's true. I did, it prompted me to repot some that I needed to repot. So I'm repotting one with a whole peanut down in there.
Who's feeding these fucking squirrels? Someone downtown goes outside, and they're probably 120 years old, and they sit down and they feed peanuts to the squirrels.
And then they put them in there, how like,
yeah, they get all chubby.
Come walking up to us, and then digging my plants, and then
do it. Yeah. And we have a ton of squirrels next door now in the building we used to live in. They're in through the roof at this point.
They are.
Through the gutters. The trees are starting to grow in through the top floor.
Yeah.
Into the attic. So
I'll have to show you the next time we go outside. I'll show you what our old apartment looks like now, and it's like nature's taking over the apartment. I mean,
it's like
life
after people. Show.
Yeah.
And they'd have like palm trees growing into skyscrapers because people are gone after a while.
I know. But anyway, do you have any? Do you celebrate or like notice Friday the 13th? Do you watch spooky movies on Friday the 13th? I'm kind of curious about that.
Some people are beyond superstitious.
I'm kind of into it.
Yeah, well, some people are superstitious, and some people are like hardcore religious, and so any discussion of darkness or whatever being tied to a day, steer away from.
Yeah.
For me, it means movies, and I watch. I watch the horror movies on cable. Because they cut out the goriest stuff. But I still get to see the story of what happens.
As I get older, I'm not liking the gory ones.
No, like Saw and stuff like that. Like, gosh. The Saw series is so psychologically interesting. But there's so much blood. And that's another one where he kills people.
Oh, yeah. Ways. It's brilliant, really. But it's so
It is, and you got to stay alert too. You're gonna miss something quick.
Yeah,
if you don't.
Hostel. That was another one that I was like,
I didn't even watch Hostel.
It was so graphic, but I don't know. I think Friday the 13th is like fun.
I think the first one's campy. Second one's campy. The third one is what the fuck?
Yeah,
Season of the Witch.
Third. Oh no, that's Halloween.
Oh, that's Halloween.
You're getting them crossed. So,
oh god.
Yes.
Well, they did fight,
and you got it right though. Third.
Yeah, it was third. But they also got together. Didn't they get together in a Jason versus
Freddy?
What about
Michael?
Who was fighting Michael?
No, but nobody. It was Jason versus. It was Freddy versus Jason.
They didn't have anything. I couldn't remember. But it was Freddy versus
Freddy versus Jason.
Which
actually was a pretty decent movie.
I liked because I don't think it took itself very seriously.
No, it did.
Which I appreciate. I don't want them to think it's high art. You know, spray.
And speaking of not taking yourself seriously, I put together something a little fun to watch. It's our little ode to Friday the 13th. So we hope you enjoy these LOL Friday the 13th pranks.
And how?
I like those. I like things. I don't know. I like those little clips and things like that.
Yeah.
They're fun. Like if you go on YouTube, like you can get them that'll run for like 4 or 5 hours if you want. You know. Sometimes we'll put that on in the background.
Yeah, just some noise, just a little bit.
Yeah. But talked a little bit about this one. That I want to do another real talk video because you know. The accident and the mental health, like I haven't talked about anything, like I haven't gone into detail at all about it, you know, what happened and all that. So it did mess me up for a little bit, you know, and so I thought I better do a real talk. So maybe we could, because you didn't do one this week, so maybe we could do one together next week.
Okay.
You know how like I do it, then you do it,
and then we'll reconvene at the end.
Yeah, we'll do that because I do think it's important. I think, like, you know, I think that people do like it. I think people can relate to certain things that we talk about.
Yeah.
And so I think we should do that.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm up for it.
That next week. That sounds good. And next week is the last week of summer.
Mm-hmm.
The last week. Let's see. Autumn officially begins. It's a little over a week. What is today?
Friday. 13th Friday.
So a week from Sunday is the autumn equinox.
Yeah.
So.
Well, there we go. Well, then you get into the season now. Fall reminds me of like crunchy dead leaf smell and apples and pumpkins.
Getting
and
dark
like
early.
Yeah. Have you been on a haunted hayride?
I have. Yeah.
Have you been on? I love them.
Oh, I love them too.
There's always one where they take the chain out of the chainsaw,
Yeah.
leave the motor on, and they watch some little kid like ruin themselves. Probably,
yeah.
Or you're coasting along at what you think is the end, and you look into a cornfield, and a tractor trailer
comes,
the horn comes blasting behind you.
Yeah, we should find one.
We have a lot around here. There's one tree place that does Christmas trees and a bunch of other stuff, and they do the haunted hayride in the corn maze.
Oh yeah,
corn maze. You can figure that out. They cut a maze out of the corn.
Yeah,
maze is corn.
It is. Oh, I would like to do that. I would like to do a haunted hayride this year.
It is. It's not too physical. You could sit. You know,
True.
You don't have to walk.
Yeah.
Now you can't run.
Right?
If you get scared.
Yeah. I'm
grin and bear it.
Yeah, SOL there.
Yeah. But there's a couple to choose from. It's fun. It's a decent thing to do. It's out at night. Like the youth group would go.
Yeah.
Teenagers taking their girlfriend out go.
Mm-hmm.
All the girls go in the same outfit. That kind of thing. So.
And I'm trying to figure out, like, we're putting together Smokeysteveandmarc content, you know, and we're trying to figure out, like, we usually do one thing, like, out and about during it. Like, last year we did the ghost hunting in the building
we
down
the cemetery.
And the year before we went to a cemetery. And, like, you know, and I'm trying to figure out what to do this year. So we'll do some haunted hayride.
There we go.
You just said it.
Yeah. Let's do a little research, though.
Yeah.
I want to find something off. If you've never been on one, you can imagine. It's a hayride where you're scary.
Yeah.
But I always like anything with a twist on it. So I'm going to be looking around Pennsylvania to see if we can find any that are quirky. They could be interesting as either a fun fact or a fun afternoon drive. I'll see what we can get. But yeah, hayrides are like the big thing up here.
Mm-hmm.
Because all the little kids that generation died. There's no little kids in the town I grew up in anymore.
Yeah.
It's old people and transplants from New Jersey and New York.
Yeah.
So it's a different vibe in the town. But when I was a kid running up and down the streets, having coats over costumes. I did that for years. We had Ice Storm one Halloween. So brings you back.
I like Halloween.
Brings you back. I like all the stuff. I wish it stayed Halloween after. Like anymore if the holiday's over. Like by the end of the night, they have to get the next merchandise out.
Oh, I know. Yeah, right.
And immediately people are like, is it pumpkin season yet? Is it pumpkin spice season yet? And I don't care if you like it, if you're a basic bee, whatever. Like what you like. I don't think they should be reamed out just because they like something so pedestrian.
Oh, no, I don't think so either.
I mean, it's a tough world. If you get really happy over pumpkin spice, good. Fist bump.
I like pumpkin spice.
You do. Yeah. Well, folks, we are about pooped. This is at the end of a long
Friday.
Week.
I know, right?
It was a good week.
I'm always
a busy week.
Friday night.
Yeah. You can never tell. I was like, was the movie good last night? I'm like, I don't know. I fell asleep for half of it.
I fell asleep.
And I wasn't that
interested
for
the chair last night, actually.
I know. I'm trying to get my father fall asleep on the couch until like late at night.
Yeah.
So thank y'all for joining us and thank y'all for watching. Please do subscribe. Hit the notification bell. You can get alerts when we have new videos and when we go live. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Contact info's down below. Thanks, and we'll catch up with you very, very soon.
Yes, we will. We have some fun stuff we're putting together, and I'll be with you on Monday for Mondays with Mark, and we're going back to camp, y'all. Yes, we are.
And I'll see you Sunday for a little bit of coffee talk. This is obnoxious. This is shameless scowl.
Thank you again for spending your time with us this evening. So you have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you next time, okay?
Bye.
Ciao.